As you can see, it's a beautiful day here in Haria, and it's about 30 degrees Thursday afternoon. And the aim of today's video is to show you the key places in Haria for those of you who don't know the village, and to give you some places you should come and see when you do decide to come and visit. I'm assuming for the purposes of this that you've driven up from Arietta. If you come up the main road from the Arietta roundabout, past the cemetery, past the church, you'll reach this point here. As you can see, the sign there says Aparcamiento Municipal Gratuito, that's free parking. So I'm going to show you where you should park. You should take this left turn, as that Toyota has just done. And once you've made that left, certainly about 100 metres further on, you're going to look for the gates you can probably see just at the end of the palm tree up ahead. And you're going to turn left down a very, very steep slope, but into this car park that we're looking at now. That little Fiat's going to come up the exit ramp in a moment. And this car park's completely free of charge. It's a Thursday afternoon, as I said, so not particularly busy today. On a Saturday you'll find it much busier here. But just go down that ramp, park your car, and we'll take you through to the next park. There's a lovely bougainvillea in this car park. And when you park your car up, you're going to walk through this section. There's a porter cabin here at the moment. I think that's in preparation for Fiesta de San Juan, which is coming up. Looks like there's a couple of generators there. That'll be for the stage and the sound system and so on. Just got to follow this gap through now. And as you do, you get a lovely view of the church there. That then leads you to a doorway. And the doorway takes you straight into the plaza, the town square. The main church in Haria, it's actually in the plaza with its tower. And over to our right, we've got the outside tables for the Sociedad. And this is the Sociedad itself, Bar La Tegala, run by David. And yeah, we've got sound and light people here preparing the stage for Fiesta de San Juan, which is the San Juan is the patron saint of Haria. I'm going to walk you all the way down here. Got these beautiful trees for shade. Something you're always grateful for on a day like this. Now, if you come on a Saturday morning, this will be heaving with people because it's market day. But come any other day of the week and you'll find that people are congregated around the bars and restaurants. And the main plaza is relatively quiet. You can probably hear there's a breeze. That's what's bringing that sort of cloud over the top at the back of the valley, but it melts before it gets to the valley itself. It's just all the municipal workers out and about this morning, painting curbs and tidying up the flower baskets and so on, getting the village ready for the biggest fiesta of the year. This bar is El Rincón del Quino, always a good one to go to for your morning coffee. So we've come out of the plaza and turned left. That's the village bakery, Boutique del Pan. Also has a cafeteria on it. And this is the Ayuntamiento. Town Hall always has the flags on it. And right in front of the town hall is the town aljibe, which is surrounded by the most beautiful bougainvillea. Now, one of the reasons Haria was a prosperous town in the 17th and 18th century is that it had water, and there are natural wells various places in the village, and this was one of them, and this was used to store water that came down from the hills around it. It's no longer in use as a water depository, but it's an area where artists can show their art, and there's various exhibitions go on. You just when there's one on, you just go down these stairs and you're into the old aljibe, which was previously for water storage. There's a little plaque explaining that here. Yeah, so the water meant that they could grow stuff here. So the wealthy people in the 16th and 17th century built big houses here and farmed, and Lanzarote provided a lot of the produce that kept the island going in that period. Right here we've got the biblioteca, the library, municipal library, and you can see Guy is outside, and he's there because the 21st of July, Midsummer's Day, is our bonfire night. So we're allowed to burn all our garden rubbish, and he appears outside the Ayuntamiento at this time of year every year. So you'll see a sign there to the Casa Museo César Manrique. We're going to go up there in a bit and I'll show you how to get to Manrique's old house. But first I want to go to the Mercado Municipal, the municipal market. Carried on that road only for about 50 metres from the Ayuntamiento, which you can see down there. If you turn a left across this little bridge, which goes across the barranco, which drains water from the tops of the valley, you come to the municipal market, which is there. And inside you'll find a chicken shop that does spit roast chickens with potatoes. There's a butcher, vegetable place, a great cafe, and really good value for money. And it's a place a lot of people don't visit because it's kind of off the beaten track, if you like. So definitely pop in there next time you're in Haria. And right next door to it is this place. And this is the Tienda de Talla de Artesanía Municipal. So these are the shops of the artisans of the village. And you've got Miguel, who does pottery here, Itzi, who does paintings, Mario, who makes jewellery, Maya, who makes leather goods, and Edel, who makes cigars, is also based in here. It's a lovely building to walk into. Anyone can walk into it when they're open. Obviously they're not open at the moment. And just have a wander around the little shops, and you'll see them in many cases making the products that they're selling. This tends to be open Monday to Friday from 9 until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But you'll find a lot of them at the market. If you come up on a Saturday, they have stalls in the market. And Haria, of course, is famous for its palms. It's known as the Valley of 1,000 Palms. We can see two beautiful Canarian palms there. Another one here. And over on the left, you've got those taller ones are Washington palms, Washingtonians. If you take that left turn immediately after the Ayuntamiento, and it's signposted La Casa de César Manrique, you end up in this road. And the house is only maybe 80 or 100 metres up here. There is parking up here, but you may as well leave your car where it is and enjoy the walk through here. You get to see the old terraces in the valley. The highest point of Lanzarote is there in the distance. Absolutely stunning day today. Just look at the colour of that sky. Now we'll duck into the shade of these palms because this is the start of Manrique's house. And this is where he lived at the time he died. He'd moved out of the Taiche house, came up here to Haria, had his workshop here, and it's been pretty much left as he left it. In fact, it looks like he walked out this morning. So his studio's in there, his dressing gown, slippers, his favourite wine. Some of the cars he did special editions of are on display. I'm not going to go in because they don't like you videoing in here. There's one of his cars, a Seat Ibiza. He did a couple of BMWs, various different cars. That's the house over there on the right. And the property's just absolutely full of palms, and the gates are, or were designed by Manrique. They are palms made of metal. Now if you go past Manrique's place, turn right at the top of the road, you'll come to the football ground, which we're looking at now. And you can walk on to the end of this road, and it becomes a pathway. And if you fancy a walk in the Lanzarote countryside, you'll absolutely love doing this one. Takes you past some interesting houses and fincas, and there's a point at which you can fork up to the right and walk along a pathway sort of halfway up that ridge, which has some beautiful views of the valley. If you're feeling very brave, you can go on up all the way to the top to the highest point of Lanzarote, which we're kind of looking at here. And that's the cloud I was talking about we get when there's a strong wind from that direction, but it just kind of melts before it gets down here. That comes up over the Famara cliffs. And sometimes, in fact, it might happen later this evening, you get it kind of flowing down over the top of the cliffs and then dissolving. But when I look back, of course, there's almost no cloud, and the valley's just very, very hot. As I said, 31 degrees at the moment. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed that little tour of Haria. If you haven't been here, do come up and enjoy it. The place is well worth a visit, and lots of people enjoy coming up here on days other than Saturdays as well.